I married a transgender man purely for convenience and over time have accidentally fallen in love with him, but I'm way too nervous to say it. I think he likes me too. I am a gay man and I come from a wealthy and traditional Asian family who are kinda homophobic. I have made it very clear to my family years ago that I would not marry a woman but that I would not torment them by marrying a man, hence I would just stay single and they would stay out of my business. That worked for about 4 years with the exception of being called the F-slur as a joke by my dad every time I saw him. Well, last year I went to visit and they trapped me into a visit with this girl that was the single daughter of my dad's friend. We were both essentially left alone in a room and we both did not want to be there. Anyway, the person was straight to the point and said, "Listen, I'm a trans man who has not yet gotten bottom surgery and I do not want to marry you, and you do not want to be with me because I'm a man." I let him know I was actually gay. We became friends and he found the whole thing hilarious, as did I. We exchanged numbers. My family was delighted I was being cured from my gayness. He was genuinely nice to talk to, so it was a good situation. As time went on, our families kept pushing for marriage between us. I don't know why, but we agreed and very quickly got married just for the sole purpose of getting our families off our backs. This was in June last year. He moved to my country in August and we just pulled a giant scam on our families and got away with it. He got a good thing out of it. Attending grad school, I would pay. He would live in the guest bedroom and live his life. I also had a good thing out of it, a wife and no more cutting remarks about being gay. I also gave him my permission to cut his hair short and stop dressing feminine like his family forced him to. The reason for this was because in our culture, if a husband is okay with his wife doing something, her family can't say anything because her husband has authority and control over her. It's gross and misogynist and condescending, but it worked out for us. They can't say anything to his appearance even if they wanted to. Now, things have been smooth sailing for us. He started school, made friends and is comfortable and happy. I work, come home, mind my business and have a good roommate. But recently, starting around Christmas, we accidentally started getting closer. He started watching TV with me, eating with me, buying me stuff, texting me more frequently. He also moved into my room permanently last month. That has slowly escalated to us cuddling, both while awake and sleeping. Sometimes, he will just sprawl out on top of me and cuddle me while doing random things and I am unsure what it means. He's also started sitting in my lap and nuzzling me whenever I do something he thinks is cute. He also makes jokes about us dating and getting pets and showering together. I can never tell if he's serious because he jokes about everything. We also almost kissed twice, initiated by him while cuddling. But he goes red and jumps ship at the last minute and starts making jokes about how he's never do that. He also gets flustered around me and he keeps commenting on how big and tall and strong I am because he's tiny. I understand why he might not kiss me. I'm scary looking. I'm not very expressive or talkative and just let him speak because I like hearing him speak. And so when he initiates something and I look at him like a brick wall, he must think I don't want this or something. How do I fix that? Nowadays you can cut the romantic tension in this house with a knife since we're constantly together. I would say I definitely feel something for him. I want to take him on dates and kiss him and let him speak as much as he wants and watch all the TV in the world with him. I want him to be happy and I want myself to be happy. How can I show him that I like him? Update: I married a transgender man purely for convenience and over time have accidentally fallen in love with him, but I'm way too nervous to say it. I think he likes me too. I ended up working up the courage to confess how I feel to my husband. I think it came as a shock to him because, to be honest, I'm not one to ever express emotions. I remember very stoically asking him to sit down because I had something serious to talk about. I made some tea for the two of us while he was sitting and I told him to be silent while I was making it. I could see how nervous he was. Sweat was literally dripping from his forehead despite it being January and us having the heating turned off. A few minutes I sat down and confessed everything to him. I started by telling him that I have noticed how he is getting closer to me, how we are starting to cuddle and how he has almost kissed me on 2 separate occasions. I told him that I've started to notice little things like his cheeks flushing when I call his name or how I catch him moving his arms lower down my back each time we cuddle, once even getting very close to fondling my pee-pee over my boxers. I could see him getting more nervous with each sentence as I was saying this all to him in a very calm manner and showing almost no emotion. Before I could even finish speaking, he interrupted me to apologize and to tell me he will cut this behavior out. And then in something like out of a movie, as he was speaking I couldn't take it anymore. I leaned over and interrupted his apology with a long and passionate kiss. When we pulled away he seemed flabbergasted and I went on to explain that I may not be the best at showing it, but I have also developed a crush on him. I told him all about how I would love to take him out on a date, how I would love to kiss and hold him and be there for him every single second of the day. He damn near started crying when I said that and I had to wipe away the tears which were forming in his eyes. I hugged him tight and asked him if he felt the same and he just nodded. We kissed again and kept talking. By the end of the conversation, we agreed to go out on a spontaneous dinner date. We booked a reservation at a nice restaurant and headed out. The dinner went amazing. He wore a simple yet elegant outfit consisting of jeans and a t-shirt and I could see his rose tattoo poking out of his shirt. We flirted with each other all dinner and by the time we headed home, there was so much intimate tension in the air that neither of us could take it. He ended up making the very first move that night and things escalated into us having intimacy for the first time. It was mind-blowing. He is so good in bed I was literally seeing stars. We woke up the next morning and we talked about making it official. This was funny to us both, considering we are technically married, but we agreed on setting that day as the day we officially started dating. It's been 3 months and he said I love you for the first time 2 days ago, and I said it back. I have truly fallen in love with me. He does little things for me daily. He cuddles me if work is stressful. He massages my back when it's sore. He makes my favorite food if I'm sick and I wake up to him scratching my head every single day. He truly is amazing.